Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn how to create the audience of people that are going to be seeing your ads. We're going to create two different audiences. The first audience we'll create is just going to be people in your area. So we'll start at business.facebook.com, which is going to look something like this. And from there, we're going to launch the Ads Manager. We're going to come down here, click on Ads Manager. But once we get here, we're going to come over on the left side, and if we hover, we will see audiences. If you have any audiences already, then they're going to appear here. So when we go to create a new audience, we're going to have three different options: custom, lookalike, and saved. We're going to choose saved, and you can see here it says save your commonly used targeting options for easy reuse. So we're going to be using this audience more than once because we're going to be creating different ads, and they'll each be assigned to, even though it's the same audience, we are going to be calling back that audience again. So we want to make sure we save it with something we're going to remember. Let's go ahead and click saved audience. Now we're going to name it. So I'm going to be making this ad for a restaurant in my town of Delray Beach, Florida, and I want to do a 15-mile radius. Facebook allows you to choose between 10 to 50 miles. I'm going to do 15, so I'm just going to call this audience Delray Beach. 15 miles. Skip over custom audiences, skip over this add inclusions. We're not going to be using that for this one. So all we're going to be doing is, right now it defaults to the entire United States. We're going to X out of that, and I'm just going to type in Delray Beach, and it comes up Delray Beach, Florida city. And the default will be 25 miles. I think that's a bit high, but you can make it, again, between 10 and 50. I'm going to cut that down to 15 though. Okay, so now we've got that set at 15. Next thing we're going to do is look at some of the other demographics we've got here. So we've got age, gender, languages, and then detailed targeting. For this one, I'm going to ignore detailed targeting because I just want to show this to everyone that is in that radius. I'm not too worried about their interests or behaviors or anything like that. That's something that we're going to work on in the next audience. So just leave that one for now. The one thing that you may want to mess with, depending on the type of clientele that you normally get for your business, is age. So if you're, a diner that mostly gets like an elderly crowd in there, you might want to change this to be, instead of 18 to 65, maybe you want it to be 50 to 65 plus. Vice versa, if you're, more of a different vibe and you've got a younger crowd, maybe you want it to be, maybe they drink, so they have to be 21, but you don't want it to show to people that are 65 because maybe that kills the vibe. So you bring it down to 35. Just keep in mind, every time you make changes to any of these variables, if you look up here under estimated audience size, that's going to change depending on, how many people you've got included in this audience. So depending on where you're located, this could have a pretty big effect on the total population of people that are eligible to see your ads. But for now, this one looks good. For these people in particular, I know that age is not an issue, and I think they're going to be okay with people of all ages coming in as far as I know. So I'm going to save it this way and then just click Create Saved Audience. So we've got that one saved here. You can see it was added to our list. So the next type of audience we're going to create is going to be what's called a lookalike audience. So what is a lookalike audience?